Hey y'all, welcome back. This is NOISO, and today I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the Pixel 6 Pro, give my first impressions, and then at the end of the video I'll have a quick discussion, so subscribers, you should stick around. Now, the Pixel 6 Pro is a big deal for Google. I think they're finally trying to take this whole Pixel thing seriously, and that's shown in the Tensor chip that's in this. Finally, Google's moving away from Qualcomm. So let's break this open and we'll just see how good of a phone it is. A lot have been saying that this is Google's first attempt at a true flagship. It starts at $899, which is a reasonable price for a flagship, but more competitive with the higher end phones like from Samsung and from Apple. And already I can see that my phone has some dust on it. Looks like this has already been opened. I also have the Pixel 6. It should come in mail tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be doing an unboxing video, but I will be doing both a review of the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 6. Now, already I can tell this is quite different from the Pixel 4 and Pixel 5. No power brick in the box, just the power cable, and then this is the switching adapter. So that should be it. I'll turn it on and then I'll give my first impressions of the hardware. Already I can see the improvement that came from the Pixel 5. I didn't mind the Pixel 5's hardware. I thought it was pretty nifty, but I do see that this is more flagship-like in that it's a full metal and glass design. The metal frame is very reflective, similar to the iPhone's Pro, but not nearly as flat, so thankfully the reflections aren't as obvious and fingerprints aren't as obvious. Got my Pixel 5a here that I'll be doing the transfer from. This was a great little phone and it's very affordable, but now hopefully the Pixel 6 will be a big step up over it. The haptic feedback in this phone is pretty solid so far. It feels nice and comfortable to tap on. Now, I do like the two-tone colorway, but in this lighting it's almost difficult to tell that the top is a little bit darker gray. I think the white was a good call. Black and gray was also nice, but the bizarre colors that they're coming out with this year, the sort of sunset on the Pixel 6 Pro is okay. It doesn't look too impressive to me compared to like the Panda of old phones. The camera bump does jut out quite a bit, but it's actually not a big deal for me. I prefer this design over having a square or rectangular camera bump in the top corner. Plus, it sits flat on the surface, which is nice. I haven't seen much discussion on this, but the whole top of the phone looks to be plastic. It's kind of weird that there's this odd plastic bar on top. Pixels have now moved away from the rear fingerprint sensor that showed up in every Pixel lineup since the 2, except for the 4 series. And now we've got the fingerprint sensor underneath the display like just about any other phone. I'm going to test it in just a second here, so we'll see how quick it is. I'm excited for it because I'm ready to move on from the Face Unlock from the Pixel 4, but I'm a little bit nervous based on initial reviews. If I had to draw a parallel to the design, I'd say it feels a lot like a Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Very similar thin side rails and curvy design. Based on the setup process, I'm not very excited because it seems very finicky. Pixels have usually had very fast fingerprint sensors on the back, and so I'm a little worried based off of how long that took. Alright, now that the phone's out of the box and being set up, let's have a quick chat. For those of you who have followed my channel for some time, you might realize that this is going to be my first Pixel review, and there's a reason for that. Until recently, I worked for Google. Now, everything's still fine, so don't worry, but I am now comfortable with reviewing Google's products. Now, it's not going to be without a bias. I worked at Google because I was very, very passionate about many of the products that Google makes, including Pixel devices. And so I might be a fan of them. But that being said, I will still be able to offer a critical view of this because I expect a lot out of the Pixel team and Google in general. So don't think that I'm going to give this any free passes. Now, I won't have any sort of information that any other reviewer or any of you don't have, but I might be able to offer some unique perspectives on a product and a company that I'm very passionate about. Now, I'm curious, I want to hear down in the comments, how you think I should handle this sort of information. If you don't think this is a big deal, then that's great. Then we'll just keep on reviewing products the same way we always did. If you'd like me to be a little bit more transparent, I'm happy to do so. My plan for the Pixel 6 Pro review was to release it as Pixel 6 Pro review from a former Googler. If you don't think that's the right thing to do, then let me know down in the comments, because I only want this to be a positive impact on my review process and my community. So generally, I want to hear as much feedback as possible. That's about it. I'm going to be reviewing this Pixel 6 Pro as well as the Pixel 6. So let me know down in the comments what questions you have about them. And thank you for watching. Get subscribed if you aren't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.